Took 4 minutes from West Gym door to Pepper's door. That's pretty good. It's got to be close to a record. First off, I want to thank a lot of people helped out at the UNI Open. To run your own event, obviously it takes some guys to do some work on it. Thanks Travis and Trent facilities guys. You do a lot of extra work for us. Roger Riggins actually ran the tournament. Want to thank him, and then Kerry and Jen do a lot for our program. But those things don't run smooth without having help like that. So want to tell them how much we appreciate it. And then Waverly, we use Waverly's mats and clocks. So want to tell them we appreciate the support. And I thought the tournament ran real well. Thought it was a good tournament. Whenever you can put 3 top 20 teams and the bulk of their lineups in a tournament, and then you have a lot of good backup and redshirt guys. I think everyone that came to the tournament probably saw a lot of good wrestling. I know I saw a lot of things from our guys that you kind of like, wow, that's some really good wrestling. Those are some good things. Now you just want to see more of them. I know we had 2 champions. I think we had 4 guys in the finals. Had maybe 7 guys maybe in the top 4 or so. Got a lot of good matches, a lot of good experience. Saw some things that they said were really good, and then we're just meeting as coaches, and bottom continues to kind of rear its head over and over again, being able to finish attacks, obviously, but certainly like the progression. Wisconsin, I think just got second at Keith Young, which is not Keith Young, sorry. They probably would have done real well at the Keith Young tournament if they were there. Actually, the Cliff Keen tournament, they got second out there. They have a good team, really solid lineup, top to bottom. 65 and heavyweight are both. Ranked top 2 coming into that tournament, and then they have a lot of other guys that they're a pretty young team too. So going to be a good test for us. Excited to get our guys back out there. I feel like we have some momentum. We didn't wrestle a few guys. And I know guys are asking, well, how come those guys don't compete? There's very few times where we can give guys breaks. And when there's dings and injuries, sometimes you have to go with them, and sometimes you push a guy and, hey, you know what, you got to go through this, and then sometimes you give them that break. In some of the situations where you got a Dylan Peters who, he's a 5th-year senior. So he doesn't necessarily need a bunch more matches. He needs to be fresh and feel good and be excited to wrestle. That's way more important. Albert's been dealing with some things. Hodges had, family. Sometimes you have to be there. I mean, like I tell our guys in certain situations, you can't ever replace being somewhere and being there for your family or people that you love. So that he was home this weekend, and we support that 100% because, man, there's nothing like having family and being there for your family. So him, there are a few other guys that didn't wrestle. Styrd had a skin issue, just didn't get cleared on Saturday morning. Would have loved to seen him in that bracket. Obviously, you have 2 top 3 guys, and seeing Martinez, it was good to see some really high level wrestling. Some of the best guys in the country, wrestling against each other, and seeing that your guys. It's not like there's a big gap between where your guys are at and where they're at. We're right there, and some of those guys just got to see it and really believe it. And then JJ's still getting back from an ankle, Bartel. So I know we didn't have all of our full starting lineup, but thought the guys that went out and competed very well. 2 guys won, Max and Lujan. Lujan. The only thing with Lujan, he's up 8-1 at one time. In that finals match, I'd like to see it be where it's like 18-2 or something like that. I'm gonna get a little greedy, but the things that he's done to get himself there, he just has to continue to do those. But he certainly make his presence known. And Max made a really good adjustment. If you guys have probably watched Max since he's been a pretty young wrestler, and he's always coming forward. He's always attacking, and now he's starting to make some adjustments in his attacks. Hit a real good misdirection, high crotch to finish that match and to win the tournament. So a lot of good things. 2 second placers. Hoffman got second, and I don't know why I'm blanking. I usually have Foster got second. Foster's, I don't know if you guys watched that match, really controlling the match. That kid wanted to get in that position the whole time. Parker's very explosive kid from Illinois, was able to throw him and pin him, but he'd been controlling the match up until that point. Was all over him, just put a few more points on the board, and I don't think you're in that position. But certainly like the things that he's doing. Then in that weight class, Hochlau came back and got 3rd and was really gritty doing it. Peyton Moore got fourth. Saw some really good things out of him. You know, but overall, certainly I like where we're trending. Certainly building and getting better, and seeing some things where young guys were kind of guys dig out of a hole. And I got a few matches in my head where guys were behind, and behind significantly, and they didn't put their head down. They dug themselves out of the hole and actually ended up winning some really tough, hard-fought matches. And those are things you have to be able to do, and those are things that you want to see. So to me, that's growth, and you know, we're just going to continue to grow throughout this whole season. That's kind of been my challenge to the team, is how much better can we get from now until the end of the season? How much better can we be next week? That's really the challenge, and that's all we're trying to do. Continue to improve and get better, and keep guys excited about wrestling. And I know guys are excited to go to Wisconsin, really kind of get some momentum, you know, for us for the scuffle, because that'll be a great test for our team. But you know, Wisconsin's certainly a good team, and Madison's about a 3-hour drive, so we certainly love to have some fans over there. So, any questions on the weekend?